G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son, and we're going to try a little bit of conflicts of heroes for something different. And we're going to be using the solo rules, of course, and we're going to do solo mission 1, search and destroy. I know a lot of other people have done this, but I needed to start off slow, so this is what we're going with. So the map is supposed to be going long ways, but I've put it across this way so it's easier, and north is over this way. Not that it really makes any difference, but that's the way it is. So search and destroy, mission 1. July 12th, 1941. Soviet partisans have been harassing German supply wagons. In an attempt to root out local combatants, a platoon of German trackers are searching a nearby abandoned Soviet village for the partisans and weapons stockpiles. With the first knock on a door, gunfire erupts from the surrounding woods. The partisans must eliminate the German patrol before they locate the partisans' base of operations. So we are playing the Soviets, the AI is playing the Germans, and the Soviets start round 1 with the initiative. We have 4 caps for the Soviets, and the Germans start with 1 victory point because they've got the control marker here in this building. We are using all the action cards and bonus cards 2 through 5. The Soviets receive 1 card in round 1, so we'll get a card, and it is command action, 1 free action. Okay. And we get 1 card each round thereafter. We have order cards 15 to 55, all set, ready to go. We're using map 2, and the German forces, they've got 3 squads of infantry and a half-track, and the Russians have got 3 rifle squads and 1 SMG squad. So victory points: kill a German, get a victory point; kill a Russian, get a victory point; control marker, get a victory point. So that's it. And then we've got a few bits and pieces on the mission track. So at round 2, we've got sniper fire; round 4, auto rally; round 6, bog down; round 8 is swift action; round 10 is zeal; and 12 is the end of mission. So that's what we have. So let's get into it and see what we can do. So the first thing is, it says shots ring out. So I think that's what we'll do. So we've got this guy and this guy are in the open. So I think I'm going to shoot with this guy here. He's going to shoot for 3. It's the front arc of this guy, so we need a 9 to hit. Let's see how we go. Oh, hole 4. Okay, so that cost him 4 to do it. So let's have a look. And 2 or more, and he is spent. So that went really fast. Okay, over to the Germans. Normal card. There's nobody in close contact. There's nobody adjacent. So AI closest to the lowest DV unit fire. Okay, so we've got this guy's in heavy, what do they call that? Heavy forest? Heavy woods. And this guy's in heavy woods, and this guy's in heavy woods, and this guy's in light woods. So this is the lowest DV. Can anyone see him? Is the question. Let me grab my Duva. Always got to have a Duva. So the only person that might see him is the half track here. Now, that crosses this building hex. So I don't believe he can see him. He can't see him. He can see him. He can't. Okay. But he's facing the wrong way, so he can't do anything. So it means that they're going to have to shoot at the SMG or one of these rifles. So AI closest to. This is 2 away. This is 2 away. So we'll call this odds and this one evens as for who fires. Now, I know this bloke has the best firepower. In fact, he can't fire because he would be firing for 2 against 14, which is a 12, and you can't do 11s or 12s unless it tells you to. This guy would be 3 against 14. They've got no caps to use. That's an 11, so he can't shoot either. Okay. Unhit AI closest to a spent unit. That would be him. Low risk move towards. So the low risk move towards would be going to cover. So that would be into here. So he'll go into here and he will turn that way so that he has both of them in his front arc. So that's 1 to go in there, 1 to move, and 1 into a wood building, I think is +1. Yep, so 2. And we look 5 or more, so no. Over to us. What do we want to do? Do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy forward for 1. 5 or more, so he's fine. Back to them. Normal card again. Nobody in close combat, nobody adjacent. Hit AI. No, there's no hit AI. AI closest to the lowest DV fresh unit. Okay, so he's close to both of these, but again, he'd be firing for 2. There's no caps. This is 14. This is 14. He can't shoot. He's again 3. Which would be an 11 to shoot there, so he can't do that. So forget about that. Oh, sorry. Fire +1 caps. So if he fires, he'd be firing for 4 for 14. A 10, he can do that. A 8, no good. So that's 3 and 3 or more, and he is spent. Back to us. I think what we'll do is have this guy shoot at this guy because he's in the open. So again, he's firing for 3. And it's into his flank. So we need an 8. I'm going to use 1 cap. So we need a 7 to hit. And we get a 6. Bugger. Okay, so that was 4. 3 or more, and we're spent. And back to the Germans. Oops. Okay, command order for them. Again, no close contact, no adjacency, so execute counteractions. If no unit just fired, well, we just did fire, so no. Mobile AI, closest to an in-line of sight unit, move towards, then fire +1 cap. Okay. Mobile AI, They all have a movement of 1, so they're all mobile. It's a command order, so even the spent unit can do this. Mobile AI closest to an in line of sight unit. This guy's in line of sight, this guy's in line of sight, this guy's in line of sight. So this guy and this guy. So it's going to be either this guy or this guy. So odds and evens. Now, even if he moves towards, yes, he'll be adjacent. So yeah, odds or evens. Odds it is. So it's going to be this guy. So he's going to either move against this guy or this guy. And I think realistically he'd go up in here like that. And he'd shoot at this guy. So he's only firing for 2, but he's adjacent now, which gives him 4. Plus 1 is 5 against 14, so we need a 9 or better. We only get a 6. And because it's command order, we don't have to check. So for us, I think we're going to spend a cap to use this guy, and we're going to shoot at this guy. So that's going to be a 3 plus 2 is 5 against 14. That's a 9 to shoot. Oh, we only get a 7. Bugger. Okay, and we used the cap, so we don't have to do a check. He's a spent unit already anyway. And we're back to the Germans. Okay, we've got a bloke who's adjacent, so it's fire or pivot or rally, so he's going to fire. Can he fire? 2, 4 against 14, needs a 10. Gets a 6, no good, and that costs 3 to do. 2 or more, and he's spent. What are we going to do? The SMG is going to fire at this guy here because he's in the open. So we're firing for 4 into his flank. So we need a 7 or better. We get a 10. Oh, 3 more, not 4 more. If I had spent a cap, we would have been gone. Okay, so we hit him. So he's got a Duva on him, and we need to do a check for 4. And it's 5 or more, so we are not spent, and it's back over to them. Reshuffle deck after action. Okay. We do have adjacency, but it's not a command card. He's spent. No mortar or guns. AI, farthest from the lowest DV unit fire. Okay, AI, farthest. So this is the lowest DV unit. This is a guy who is farthest from him. He doesn't have to fire at him, he just has to fire. But he doesn't have anybody in his line of sight. So we can't do that. AI closest to a target, which would be this guy or this guy, move towards. So we need to see what this is. Oh, he's killed. We got the KIA on the first one. Wow. Okay, well, it goes back in there. We'll just chuck that up there. It's not going to make any difference. So we gain 1. Righto. So he's gone. So this is the only one that can act on this. So AI closest to a target, move towards. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Move towards. I think will be this guy moving into here. That way he's not having to worry about where he's going. He's going into cover. So he has to go sideways into there because it's not in his front arc. And he'll go like that. So it costs him 1 for the pivot, 1 to move, 1 for the building is 3. 6 or more, so nope, he's fine. And we need to shuffle up the deck. How long have we been going? 15 minutes. I'd like to try and get round 1 out of the way before we go any further, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so it's up to us. I think we're going to use this. Cost is 0 AP, 0 caps. Take 1 free action of any cost with any unit. And we're going to use this guy as cap to shoot at this guy here. So again, we're firing for 3, for 5. Against 14, we need a 9. We only get a 6. There was no cost, so we don't have to do a check, so it's over to them. If AI plus units is less than 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 it is, then increase time by 2, which brings us into round 3. So we get a card. It's a sniper fire one. Okay, so well, that's not going to do any good for anything because he doesn't have caps, so that can go. But we need to roll to see how many caps we lose. We're on the 4 again because it's a new round. A 5 minus 2 caps for this round only. So just so I remember, we'll just go down to there like that. And we're on to time 3. So everybody is back. Yes, everybody is back at the end of rounds. Like that. Oh, one of the rules, sorry, of special rules I forgot is the half track can't go into here unless this has become Russian. So that's just one of the rules. So we've done that, and then we go on with the rest. So again, we have adjacency. So this guy is going to fire over into here. So again, 2, 4, against 14, he needs a 10. Oh, 9. And that cost him 3 to fire. 1 or more, and he is spent. We can go a little bit longer. I'm sorry about the glare up here. Okay, what do we want to do? I'm going to move this guy forward 1. 2 or more, so he's good. And back to them. Increase time by 1. We go to auto rally. As AI action, hit AI closest to a unit. Auto rally, even if spent. Nobody's hit, so there's nothing to do there. Okay. But because we've hit a new round, I believe he comes back again. So he goes to fire again. So he needs a 10. And he doesn't get it. And that cost him 3 to fire. 5 or more, so nothing happening there, and it's over to us. And we will move into the building for 2. 6 or more. Back to the Germans. Again, we have adjacency, so it's going to be this guy firing again, needing a 10. I've got all my caps back again because we're in a new round. It gets a 5, no good. He was shooting for 3. 1 or more, and he is spent. Okay. We are going to move to here, like that, for 1. 2 or more, he's good. Over to the Germans. Command order. Bugger. Adjacent. If unhit, move into close combat or rally. Well, he is unhit. It's a command order, so he can do it. So he moves into close combat. Like that. And that costs him 2. He was spent, wasn't he? So, well, I didn't need to do that. Forget about that. Okay, I just need to look at close combat because I'm trying to remember. I think close combat is a 4 plus. Combat. Close combat, plus 4 firepower. All close combat fire is against the defender's flank. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. He's moved into close combat. We're going to go into combat with him. So we're a 3. Plus 4 is 7 against 11. I don't think he gets the cover. Let's see how we go. 7 and 7 is 14. So even if he did have the cover of 11, then he would only be a 13, so he is hit. And that cost us 4 to fire. And we have 6 or more, so we're good. And it's back to the German. If AI plus units are less than 10, plus 1. So we go up to round 5. We've still got all our stuff. It's a normal 1, so this guy who's spent can't do anything. We don't have anybody adjacent. Fresh AI, less than fresh units. 1, 2 against 1, 2, 3, 4. AI passes. So it's up to us. We're going to shoot at this guy again. So that's a 3 plus 4 is 7. We're going to spend a cap for 8. 8 and 7 is 15. He's hit again and he is gone. He'd only been pinned. So he's gone and the Ruskies get another victory point. And we spent 4 action points to do that. 4 or more and we are spent. And it's over to the Germans. Command order. No close contact, no adjacency, execute counteractions. If no unit just fired, AI closest, what we did just fire. So we can't do that. Highest firepower, that's this one. closest to a fresh hit unit. No, there are no hit units. Fresh mobile AI closest to a mission objective or spent unit. Well, he's closest there. Move towards. He can't move towards there because he's not allowed in there unless that's Russian. Well, sorry, he can't move in there, and he can't. If he moves to here or here, then he's at the same. He hasn't improved anything. So I don't think that would do it. AI closest to a mission objective or unit, move towards. Okay, so we can do that. So this guy can move towards him. This guy can move towards him. AI closest to an objective. Well, he's closest to an objective or unit, move towards. So I think it's 1 or 2 here. So odds and evens. Odds it is, and this guy's going to go back up in here. And that's a command order, so they don't need to check anything. We're going to spend a cap, and this guy is going to shoot into here, shooting for 3, plus 1 is 4, into his front arc. We need a 10 to hit. 7 is no good. We don't, because we spent a cap, we don't have to do a check or anything else. So, righto. So we've got nobody in close combat, but we do have adjacency here. Fire. So he's going to fire for 2, for 4. Hang on, did I do that right before? He fired for 3, 4, 5, 6, and we got 7 is 13. Yeah, didn't do it. Okay. So he's firing for 2, for 4. He needs a 10 to hit. Gets a 6, no go. We need to check for a 3, 5 or more. No. So it's us again. We're going to spend our last cap to shoot again. Shooting for 3, 4, 5. And 11 is 16 against 14, and he is hit. Okay, so over to the German. If AI plus units is less than 10, plus 1 time. So we go to bog down and we go back up to our 4 caps. Bog down, roll a d6. A 5. 1 to 4, the half track is immobilized until the end of the round. Then the AI attempts to execute an order. Okay, so no, we don't have to do anything. So it's the oh, sorry. I don't know why I put that back. So we've done the time. We've done that. We've got our that back. We get another card. Rapid deployment. Move 2 hexes. Move a friendly unit 2 hexes over passable terrain. Okay. So fresh AI, they've got 2. Is less than fresh units. We've got 3, sorry. AI passes. So he's not doing anything. So we're going to do rapid deployment. Move a friendly unit 2 hexes over passable terrain. And he's going to go 1, 2 into there. And the cost is 0 AP or cap, so we don't need to do any check. This now becomes Rusky. And we get another victory point. And it is the Germans' turn. Command order. Okay, we do have adjacency. It's a command order, so we need to look at this. He's just pinned, so he can't move. Fire, pivot, or rally. So he would try and rally, I believe. So he needs a 7 or better. Gets a 7, so he has rallied. Now, what does a rally... Oh, he doesn't need to check because it's a command order, idiot. So it's up to us now. I'm going to spend a cap. And this guy is going to shoot at this guy. So 3, 4, 5 against 14. So we need a 9. Only a 7. So we need to do a check on a 4. And he is spent. Oh, we didn't need to check that, so we don't use that card. This will be the German card, command order. So now we have... Again, we have adjacency, fire or pivot or rally. This guy could fire, this guy could pivot. So odds and evens. Odds, so he's going to fire for 4 into there, needs a 10. Gets a 9, close but no cigar. Right, us. We are going to move to here. So that's 1 into there. 1 for the trees, 1 for going sideways is 3. 1 or more, and we are spent. Okay, back to the German. Command order. Fire or disengage? No. We have adjacency again, so this guy can fire, this guy can pivot. So again, odds and evens. Odds, so he's going to fire. He could fire here or he could fire there. So odds and evens. He's going to fire at this guy. Again, he's firing for 2 plus 2 is 4. He needs a 10. A 9. Not quite. Command order, so we don't need to do anything. Do we want to go into close combat with him? If we do, then he's going to get first go at us. And he's firing for 3. No, I don't want to do that. If I shoot at him, I'm shooting for 2 into his rear. I'd need a 10. Yeah, we'll do that. We need a 10. We got a 12. He's hit. Wow. So he is hit. And we fired for 4. 6 or more, so we're good. Okay, over to the Germans. Reshuffle deck after action. Nobody in close combat. So we have these 2, pivot and or fire. So we could do a pivot and a fire here, or rally. Okay, so what's wrong with this guy? He's panicked. So he could. He can't fire, so he can't pivot and fire. So he could fire, he could rally. So odds and evens, and it's a 2 evens, so he's going to try and rally. He needs a 9 or better, and he gets it. Right, now my question again is, how much does a rally cost? Combat, general, rally, 5 APs. Yep. Okay, so we need to do a 5 AP check. And it's 5 or more, and he is spent. And we need to reshuffle the deck. And I think we'll call it quits there, and when we come back, it will be the Germans' turn. No good just shuffling the discards. I need to shuffle the lot, you idiot. And we get our free card again, Battlefield Confusion, mark as spent. Mark an enemy unit as spent, cost 2 AP. That goes back up to 4. In fact, we'll do it. So we're going to use the 2 AP, the 2 caps, I should say. So we've used 2 caps, mark an enemy unit as spent. So he is spent. That goes away. We used caps, so it's the Germans' turn when we come back. So we'll leave it there at round 6 of 12 and see what happens. So you can let me know if I've screwed up too much. Bye for now.